Using the product editor in vsHome, an overview of the layout and tools available to create and edit models. The product editor is where you create your models in vsHome. You can access it by creating a new product, but for this video I'm just going to open a model I've already created. Let's have a quick look at the screen layout to show you the main elements we'll be going through. This is the model display area. Your interactive 3D model of the product will sit right here. There are 3 ways to edit a model. If you select and right-click any member on the model, the mouse menu will pop up. The quick toolbar is along the bottom of the screen, and on the right is the edit area. Here you will have access to all the editing tools, including those with drag and drop functions. These are the tabs you can flip between to access the different categories such as design, modify, glazing, materials, and display. Let's explain in a bit more detail, starting with the mouse menu. Now, depending on what you select, the pop-up menu will contain different options. There's also member-specific options, so for example, wall plates will have a soffit option and rafters will have a spay option. Let's click on something and see what the options are. Exchange can be used to replace this particular item with something else. Copy allows you to copy and paste the selected panel to different panels. Merge will create a single panel with either the panel to the left or the right. And the split option will give you the option to split the panel into 2 or 3 separate panels. Make into can be used to change the makeup of the panel. There's also an option to add a customized glass to the selected panel. Just make a note to set up the correct custom glass style in the glazing tab in the edit area. Okay, onto the quick toolbar. These tools can be used to make quick changes to your model. The orange tools control the view and position of the model in the display area, and the green tools appear when a certain item is selected. Let's run through them. The 3 icons on the left change the function of the left mouse button. This one to zoom, this one to rotate, and this one to pan. The arrows allow you to step through each subview of the model. And the circle icon in the middle will bring you back to the default view. Let's just get it back in place using these tools we've just learned. The cube icon allows you to turn the highlights on or off. 3D allows you to flick between 2 and 3D. And the camera icon allows you to save a screen capture of the model. This is handy if you want to send your client a quick update or place the JPEG into any documentation. The last orange icon allows you to open or close the windows and doors. If you click on it, it brings up a window where you can adjust the percentage they're open by. Onto the green icons. These will differ depending on what member you've clicked on, and some of them match the functions of the mouse menu. So we have exchange, merge with left panel or merge with right panel, split the panel into 2 panels, and then we have other options such as align all mullions with rafters and bring up the information for the panel. To the right, you can undo and redo actions, view the gallery of templates, and cancel and finish your model when you're done. Finally, we move on to the edit area tools and tabs. The Edit area is found to the right-hand side of the model and displays all the model editing tools which do not appear on the Quick Toolbar or mouse menu. It has drag and drop functionality, allowing you to edit the model entirely in 3D. Just drag the item over the model, and all the locations where it's possible to make this modification will highlight in yellow. Drag above it and it will turn green, ready to release. A lot of the tools are product specific in the edit area, so you'll have different tools available depending on what you're working on. Let's go through and see what each tab does. Firstly, the Properties tab allows you to set basic properties associated with the overall model you're working with. So, for example, when working on a conservatory like this, roof, window, and base properties are available from the drop-down menu. The Design tab allows you to make changes to the model, such as overall dimensions. The contents of the tab will change depending on what member you've highlighted. As you can see, when I click on various items, the settings change. The Modify tab provides a comprehensive set of tools for making alterations. Many of these tools are drag and drop. Again, they differ depending on what type of product you're working with. But for the conservatory we have here, you can see a tab for tie bars, roof, and windows. As you can see, it's super easy to apply these changes. The Glazing tab allows you to set and edit the glass, polycarbonate, and solid panel options for the current model. Unlike the other tabs, the Glazing tab options operate in the same way, irrespective of the type of model. The Glazing choosers allow you to select different glazing materials for various parts of the model. If you've created a custom material, then you'll be able to select and apply it to the model here. The Decoration tab has various settings. Frame Decoration allows you to add or remove arched corners to vents and door frames. Unit Decoration lets you add or remove Georgian, margin, and Gothic bars to different glazing panels. And Unit Surface Decoration allows you to add or remove different leading options. The Materials tab lets you select different materials and finishes for the model. These settings operate in the same way regardless of what type of model you're creating. There are two basic material types: textured and painted. You can change the colour of the paint using the paint icon to the right. You can choose material for external and internal items, even the trims inside the model. You also have the option to pick your own texture from a photo by clicking the camera icon. This is the perfect way to get a direct match of the brickwork. And if you want any more information on that, there's an article on our website. Finally, the Display tab. The Display tab lets you alter settings such as background colour, openers, and lighting. Let's just demonstrate some of these. There are various options for changing the colour and gradient of the background. You can also change the background to a specific image from your files. The Display tab allows you to check and uncheck items you wish to display. Openers allows you to open or close the windows and doors on the model. And lighting lets you adjust the light intensity and angle on the model. These options are useful as you can make sure the model is looking its best when sending visuals to a client. And that should give you a general understanding of how to navigate your way around the product editor in vsHome.